Hey, everybody. My name's Andrew Mayer, and welcome to another episode of my new normal podcast. Of course, podcasts are typically audio. I sometimes do a video version of it as well. This is going to go out both audio and visual, but it kind of helps with this episode that I put together is I'm going to talk about a mobile app that just came out this week that I just wanted to share with you. And obviously from the title, you've already seen what it's about here. 2 days ago in Germany, where I live, the Corona app, the tracing app has now come out and is on the market. And I wanted to talk real quickly and show you a couple things about it and what it's doing here. So welcome to the new normal, my podcast. You can subscribe to this where all podcasts are available, or of course where you found me here today. I appreciate any comments or sharing, and that would be just great. Thank you for taking a moment to be here. Let me get over and jump over into my phone. And sorry if I'm maybe looking down a bit while I navigate through this. So the app came out on Tuesday. Tuesday morning, it was announced officially. Somewhere in the night, it was put up for download, both iOS and for Android in the Google Play stores. And here's the information from the Robert Koch Institute, one of the main institutes that are doing all the tracking and tracing of this pandemic that we're going through right now. And so this is their website, and you can see that the virus, the track and trace is now available in the app stores out there. So to jump real quick over into the app itself, the Corona Warn app, and make sure this looks fine on the recording. Yes, you can see my screen. Good thing is, as you can see, I've installed it 2 days ago. I have English language on my phone here, so everything's going to be in English for you. I'm at a low risk. If I go through, you can see. I think it shows the different. That doesn't show me the different levels of testing. We'll show that in a second. The low, middle, and high. For the last 2 days, I've not been close or exposed to somebody who has so far tested into this here. So it saves up to 14 days of data on my phone. It's using Bluetooth to communicate with other devices. Maybe you've already read about this and you've heard about it. It's not sending, apparently, my personal information. It's an encrypted Bluetooth key that gets stored in the app and another person's device. And only if someone registers a positive case using a QR code, I've seen that on the news, but I haven't obviously tried it, then it could send out messages to all those keys that it had collected in those last 14 days to the other people out there. So fortunately, I have not been exposed here in the last 2 days here. There was a lot of steps to install this app. I went through a lot of explaining what it's doing here. You could read through exactly how it works. Each step of it is there, and all the things you can turn on and turn off, the different notifications, the information that it's sending. And I can turn off right here, the exposure logging. I can turn it off with one click of a button here and turn it off here. It explains how it works, as I said, with Bluetooth. It's measuring, seemingly, it looks like two different parameters. It's looking obviously for another Bluetooth signal from someone else who's installed the application here. It wants to know the period of time you were in a certain proximity to that Bluetooth signal. So what I'm reading is around 15 minutes or longer. So it wants to see where you're spending an amount of time within a certain proximity, meaning the strength, the Bluetooth signal strength between devices there. And if it exceeds a certain level there, then it'll exchange those keys to each other's applications here. So that's how it seems to be working here for 14 days. For 14 days, it'll store the data on your phone. If you get tested and you need then if you get tested positive and you want to register it into the app, you're given a QR code from the health ministry here that you would use then to activate your positive findings there into the app, and then it would share out all that to other people. I've shared this with a lot of people. I've shared it with my family and friends. I'm not saying you need to do this. I just wanted to share the information that it's now out and available in Germany. Of course, you probably haven't missed the information or on the news somewhere. If I go back to the Robert Koch page, they even have a dashboard down here that shows nearly 8 million people have installed the application in the last 2 days. And in a country of, I think, 83 or so million citizens here, we're nearing close to 10% have downloaded and activated the app in the first 48 hours. That's great. The more that do it, the better it has a chance of working. I'm curious to see the first news we hear of somebody actually using it and sending out the tracing to others and hopefully preventing some sort of breakout or new hotspot. I don't normally talk about the pandemic and the viruses here, but I talk about the digital age. The New Normal podcast is about how we are adjusting. How do we now build excellent experiences for people in this new normal, in this new age many of us are finding ourselves in? This is an unusual one. Normally, I interview people and other folks who are working in this space. I just thought it was interesting to share this. If you like this episode, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up or whatever is up your alley there. I appreciate it. Send me ideas or suggestions, things you might like to see on an upcoming episode of that. And I really appreciate you taking a moment to join me here on this. And I'll see you on the next New Normal.